when you are pursuing your goals and you're so excited about what is ahead, and we forget. Claudia Ramirez, empowering you to become the optimal leader of your life. Let's turn on the Mindset Mic. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 46 of Mindset Mic, where we're going to talk about how to boost productivity while striving to reach your goals and striving to also keep your mental health in check. This is a requested episode by Liz, and it came at an ideal time because I am working on this myself. I like transparency. I am not going to lie to you. And I am not going to tell you that I've been perfect in this area every single day of my life, because that is not true, especially since being an entrepreneur and launching my business and the multiple areas of what that entails. Therefore, because I am not perfect, I have implemented structures and strategies for the past few years, including like the past month, that have been very helpful in the process. Therefore, thank you for requesting this. I hope it helps you. I have my coffee in hand. I hope you have a drink, non-alcoholic. I would prefer. I don't want to be the reason why you're drinking yourself to sleep or, in the middle of the day. But I have a coffee in hand. It's probably going to last me for a few episodes because I'm not going to drink this while I'm talking to you. But it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. And before we start, I want to invite you to share this episode with someone. If you are receiving this episode, just know that the person who sent you the link, they want you to know that they believe in you. And they would like to see you maybe hit the brakes a little bit to be more productive and take care of your mental health. All right, so here we go. This is going to be a little bit of a note-taking or a mental note kind of episode. I do have 5 points that I want to share with you. Number 1, separate different identities in your life. Separate your working self from your athlete self, your career self, your relationship self. Working on yourself is different than working on your career, than working on your athletic, on anything else. Separate the two. Because many times it's so easy for us to get caught up in the goals, in the striving to get better, be the best version of ourselves, be the optimal leader of your life. # let's see how far I can take this. Yes, I love it. However, understand that there is a limit of energy within you every single day. Not a limit of purpose, but yes, a limit of energy, of how much you can use and expend every single day. Therefore, if you create a clear idea of this is me in sports, this is me in career, this is me in my personal life, you're going to be more efficient because you can now focus on different areas in which you can grow and be productive and maintain your mental health at the same time. I did not do this at the beginning. Before, for me, personal development was fun. And I mean, it's still fun. For me, it was learning. It was new. It was adding to my life. I would learn personal development and I would apply it to my academics, and I would apply it to athletics, and I would apply it in my job, and I would apply it here and I would apply it there. And then eventually personal development became my career, and now it's my business. Therefore, I have to be very careful on creating the separation. I cannot pick up a book to read when I know it's time to read, when I'm feeling burnt out in a certain area of my life. Because for me, now I'm adding to the ideas. I am adding to what needs to be done. I have to be in the right mindset. And I've shared this with you before. So create that separation and don't become hyper-focused on the one thing that you need to do. Create a variety and create a rhythm. I don't like balance. I am terrible with balance. I like creating a rhythm, this ebb and flow of I give and I take. This week I focus more on this, and then next week I focus more on that. And this is going to create that boost of performance, if you will. I don't like the word performance, but that boost of productivity that you can give yourself. So that is point number 1. And creating that separation is also going to help you grow in different identities. So not only fixate yourself on the fact that you are a parent or a partner or an entrepreneur or a runner or an athlete. You can create different ones and fulfill and allow all of them to fulfill you and fill your cup. Point number 2 is to create a very clear roadmap of where it is that you are going. Many times, the reason why we get exhausted, absolutely exhausted, is because we're not clear on where we're going. And we're doing, but it's almost like you're sweeping the beach. You're not really getting anywhere. This actually reminds me of my little cousin. We were at the ranch in Mexico, my uncle's ranch, and it was an Easter, and she grabs a little broom and she's sweeping the ground, which is dirt. And she's like, oh my gosh, there's so much dirt here. I'm never going to finish. And like her little hand gesture was just so sweet. She's obviously now like 21, 22, but it was the sweetest thing. And we're never going to forget that. So think about this in your life. Creating a clear roadmap of where you're going is going to help you enhance the journey. This is why I have Run With It, your 60-day mindset roadmap. Right? We focus 9 weeks. It's a self-paced mindset coaching program where you get all of me and you get the beginning to quote unquote end. I don't like to say end because personal growth is never ending. And then from there, you can start structuring, right? And we start in a certain area of your life, very, very deep inside. And then eventually we start moving outward, and then we really implement in our life from the very beginning. But this is an example. And therefore, whenever you create a clear roadmap, even whenever you create a mind map in your life, that increases productivity. If you're an athlete, what is the ultimate goal? And what is that goal? How is that connected to the fact that you're doing 3 reps of squats in the weight room? How does that connect to the fact that you're doing 25 400s? How does that connect to the fact that you need to be in bed by 10 p.m.? How does everything, and then that influences the rest of your day and the rest of your life? Which of course takes us to point 1, the different areas of you, the different aspects of you that make you you, that is where it comes from. And I want to invite you to not be afraid of getting that clarity. No. Is it always set in stone? No. There's a phrase in Spanish que dice, crea planes y Dios se ríe. ¿Cómo me dice? ¿Cómo dice? Ay, Dios mío. ¿Cómo va en español? ¿Cómo se dice? Si quieres hacer reír a Dios, cuéntale tus planes. Así es, así. Si quieres hacer reír a Dios, cuéntale tus planes. If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Right, I understand. But more often than not, God and life, the universe, are going to give you more than you asked for to begin with if you follow certain steps, if you believe in yourself, if you develop your confidence, your self-awareness, like you really are out there, putting yourself out there. Therefore, it's something so important to integrate. Get super clear on what that is. You're like, Claudia, I am not ready to do a 90-day program with you or a 60-day program with you or one-on-one with you. Take the vision board course. That is what the mindset coaching is. That's where the goal setting, where the vision board, the visualization, the what to do next is really starting. Okay? And once you maximize that is going to help you in multiple areas of your life. So definitely get clear on that roadmap, get coaching, get support. You're not alone. And that is going to amplify the productivity at the end of the day, whenever you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Third point is to take mental health breaks. And one of the toughest lessons that I've had to learn is that I am not invincible. My potential, your potential are, oh my gosh, infinite. Infinite. But you're not unstoppable in the sense of running yourself to 0% battery and still moving. You don't ask that of your laptop. You don't ask that of your friend. Don't ask yourself the same. When I was in Dubai, I learned this very, very, no. Before Dubai. I was living with my parents before Dubai for a short period of time, beautiful time with them. I remember one time I was about to go on a run and I bent over to get my running shoes and I couldn't get up. I wasn't able to put my running shoes and I was in bed for about 3 days when I had just pulled my back tremendously, and it had happened over and over for the past few years. When I was in Dubai, I ended up in the hospital almost getting surgery. I'm not kidding, because my body was hemorrhaging due to stress. It was so bad. I thought it was something else. And I was alone and I went to a doctor and all they said was, it's $5,000. And I was like, no, 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 I'll just fly home. I'll just fly home. And they were like, no, if you fly home, you'll die. And imagine me being home alone in Dubai, not having $5,000 to spend on a random surgery, not knowing what's going to happen to me. It was a very scary moment. And then I later got a call saying, oh, false alarm. It's not what we thought it was. You're actually going to be fine. Just stay in bed for a few days. And so I did. But it was because of stress. It happened again in the UK, where I spent 7 hours in urgent care and 5 other hours of agony, not knowing what in the world was wrong with me. And it was stress. It was the fact that I was running myself to the ground because I have a business where I am a team of one. And although I believe that I am abundant and I live in abundance, I was not operating with a mindset of abundance. And I share these very TMI moments with you because you're listening. We're friends. We built a relationship here. And I don't want you to ever get to a period like that. I remember being in Dubai and I was working till like 2, 3 in the morning every day. And I was asking for room service because I lived in a hotel apartment. So I had my own like studio, but I could get room service and, housekeeping and everything. And I would always get food like super late at night because I was at work. They would see me coming in from work super late. And one day they actually had an intervention. And the man who came and dropped off the food, he was like, can I say something? I don't mean to overstep, but you're not sleeping. You haven't gone out in 3 or 4 days. We know that you're working. We talk about it and we're worried about you. So we're going to ask you to please just take a day off and don't go to sleep so late. And it was the sweetest thing. I didn't think it was overstepping. I think it was really God sending angels into my life at that moment. And this is a lot of the times what happens, right? When you are pursuing your goals and you're so excited about what is ahead, and we forget about what our limits are in terms of energy. And so one of the things that I strive to do and that I'm working on so I can get there is structuring my day like a 9 to 5, but more so like a school schedule where I come in and I work, from like 7:30 to 4, and I take the weekends off and I have all the holidays off, and I can still afford to take the 2 months of break and my business is still going to be operating. And when I mean afford, I mean that the socials are going to keep working, the emails are going to keep being sent, the courses are still running, all of those things. And maybe that's not something that is in your schedule. Maybe you need to keep training year round. Maybe you need to keep working year round. But do implement that 9 to 5 mentality into whatever it is that you're doing. Give yourself buffers of, I am not going to work past this. I am not going to go past that, and actually respect it. When I respect it, it feels so much better. And you really take those mental health breaks for yourself, not because you're lazy, not because you're not committed enough, but because it's a mental health day for you. It's a you time. And this is when we talk about point number 1, which is differentiating you versus career you, sports you, family you, relationship you, and everything else you, right? And so that is what I would recommend. I did this, and this was actually will connect to my next point, which is I got myself a Whoop band. This is not sponsored. Whoop, if you want to sponsor me, please do. I got a Whoop band. I had heard about it on a flight. It was a British Airways flight, The Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. And he was interviewing Will Ahmed, who is the founder and creator of Whoop. and it has a beautiful story. Highly recommend that you check it out. And I had talked to my boyfriend about it. He got it, loves it. And I knew that I needed some accountability, and I'm gonna recommend this to you. Oh my gosh, if there's one thing that I could recommend, this right here, right now, when it comes to productivity, I want to encourage you to really think about having that sidekick next to you. For me, I knew whenever I was just so exhausted, I wasn't feeling very positive a few weeks ago, and I knew that that wasn't normal, that I knew that I needed to get this to keep me in check. And so it's my best friend. I sleep and it tells me exactly how I sleep. It's way more detailed than anything else I've ever seen or heard of. It's not a watch, so it's not flying up, with notifications all day, every day, which I don't want because I sometimes get to the point that I want my phone to die. And so I don't want notifications. I don't want to be in contact. Like I just want to do what I do and step away because it's a lot. I'm a team of one, not forever, but at the moment, that's how it is. And so it is amazing. There are different ways that you can use it. You can use it on your wrist, which I love. You can use it on your bicep. They have undergarments that you can wear where you can actually plug in the sensor, and sensor. My accent sometimes just comes out. And yeah, so it's super, super helpful. It incentivizes me to do better because I want to get better stats. And then my boyfriend and I are competing and we're like sending them to each other. Right now, I'm definitely losing, but it's really, really cool because the other day I had a very stressful situation and it was literally 59 minutes and 59 seconds. And it asked me if I had an activity, and it wasn't an activity. It was a stressful moment. And so it gives you a different perspective of how different experiences in your life beyond working out impact your strain, impact your recovery, impact your sleep, and how different habits are helping you or hindering you in your day to day. So, really, really awesome. You can look into it. There's a spider on my wall. And I'm looking at it's a little one, right? It's a little one. We're just going to leave it there. And lastly, I'm going to encourage you to focus on how you are fueling your brain. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I just chased a little spider around my room right now, and I cannot take myself seriously. I cannot hold a straight face. I mean, it's just like, oh yeah, let's see how well you focus. So it just, yeah, and it was tiny. It's tiny too. So we're just gonna let it live there. It's not gonna mess with me at night. It's fine. We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be friends. So, okay, going back to productivity, performance, mental health, products. One product or several products, but one brand that I absolutely love is Mind Right. They are not paying me to say this. I have consumed Mind Right for about 3 years now. Yeah, over 3 years. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I literally have my laptop here and I don't want to butcher this. One thing that I love is that they're made of ingredients, call them nootropics, that are superfoods for your brain. And as you know, I am somebody who started business when I was 19, and I used to sell healthy coffee that had Ganoderma, a reishi mushroom. And these also have similar ingredients that help you increase focus, boost your mood, promote gut health, fuel your brain. They're non GMO products, so non genetically modified. They're all natural and vegan. They're gluten free and they're based on plant protein. I am a huge fan. I love them. I've had a relationship with them for about 3 years, like I said, and I love their mission. I love their team. I love their brand. It's a product that I'm going to consume for as long as they exist until the end of time. Like, I really, really am a fan. And like I said, they're not paying me to say this, but I do want to encourage you to be mindful of what else you're adding into your nutrition. If you're listening to this information, I'm going to go on a whim and assume that you take care of yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stayed this far. You care about your health, you care about your nutrition. But sometimes it's also about adding those extra bonuses. It's kind of like whenever you take a test in school, right? It's a 20 question test, and then the last two are an extra 20 bonus points or 10 bonus points, and it's a great percentage of the test. That's the same thing here. Yes, you're fueling yourself, you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mind, your schedule, mental health breaks, swoop bands, everything. What else are you doing to help your brain be its best and be fueled and be happy and give you more brain clarity and happiness and positivity and overall health? That is what I would recommend that you focus on. For me, I'm so grateful to be able to implement these strategies. Am I perfect? No. Do I have room for improvement? Every single day. But I also share this with you because in the midst of striving to accomplish our next big goal, the next best thing in our life that we know we are equipped and have all the capabilities and power to accomplish, we sometimes forget to take care of ourselves. And that is why I'm so happy that this question came up. That is why I'm so happy that this episode is going live for you, because I want us to create a community of empowered people who are also taking care of themselves and who are putting their mental health and their wellness overall first before anything else. Remember that in the nicest way, you're a machine, and you're not going to perform your best if you're not oiling it and taking care of it and polishing it. You're that diamond that needs to be polished. You're that diamond, that ring that needs to be cleaned. You're that computer that needs to be charged, and all of these things that I just said times 1,000, because your capacity surpasses all of that. So with that, I am going to leave you. Please make sure that you give me, something super cool that I discovered on the podcast. You can text me. Please text me. Text me. Say, hey, Claudia, this is what I liked about the episode. This is going to help me with testimonials. It's going to help me learn what you think about the podcast. If you have any questions about the podcast, anything that you want me to add, any new episodes that would be relevant to you, send them to me. Just look at the description and just say text me, and you can, message me there. So it would be so fun to be able to engage with you that way. It's free. I get the message. But I wanted to say thank you for sticking with me till the very end. We are nearly at 50 episodes. Beware, because Spanish is coming. So if you don't speak Spanish, ignore that. I'll see you next week. If you speak Spanish, you are going to get double the content every single week, basically, which is really cool. And I am very, very happy to be able to bring that to you, because we are 1,000% in, and I am here for you. As always, keeping the optimal leader of your life. I love you. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next one.